let's start from beginning. I create a public repo. Use my GitHub. I use GitHub desktop, so I find this is quite handy. But you can use any tools you like. So let's set up in desktop. So then we just open here. I create a folder here. Then I say clone. Now we got the React group demo. Right. So from here, then I can say I will go to repository. I open Visual Studio Code. Right. So now I have a brand new project. I use create a React app to create a new project. We use TypeScript. Right. We put a template TypeScript. Okay, now the application completed, create React app completed. Right, so if we just run npm start, then see, so we know the create React app worked. So next, what we need to do, we need to install some packages which we are going to use. So let's install them one by one. So first we install load Sass. So this is for, we can use Sass, or so instead of use CSS we can use Sass. So we also install ESLint. So this help us to see some message when we're writing the code and format the code. So we are doing all this is just follow the best practice. So next we install Prettier for us to format the code properly. So especially this is very important if you have multi developer working on the same project, right? So we want everyone use the same format. Then so that make it consistent. So next we install Axio for API call, Redux chunk. This package is required to use Redux store. React Router, and also we need to install the type for React Router DOM. So this is for TypeScript. So without this, you will get a warning when you use React Router. Basically, all the package installed. So we need to build. Now let's start build. Create the folder structure. So what we want to do for this, after we complete this exercise, we want to show a top page navigation. We just follow our best practice with how to create a folder structure. So first we have components. On the components, I want to create a nav bar on the top. Right. So we got the folder called app. So this is a component. Then I also need context. When the one way I organize this project is, let's say if we have a lot of features, right? So I try to group all different features like a module, different modules. So I use a modularized design. There's a separate topic I can go through a bit more details on that. So the benefit for this modularized design is we group one feature into one module, and so it's decoupled to other module. So later on, if we want to do some work, then it's easy for us to do some migration or upgrade or whatever. So let's create a module. So the first one module we call projects module. Okay, so that's pretty much is our basic structure. one thing we need to do is with this TypeScript. So we need to make some changes with this TypeScript. So important thing is this: we need to use JSX. We need to React. Another small thing is in the index. So I want to put a small library here for us to style component. Right? So I use something called Tailwind. So Tailwind is something we can write inline style easily, rather than put everything in the CSS file. Inside the left bar, so I create a couple files. So I already have some files there. So this is just a logo of my. So the contact is we have app contact. So everything is wrapped inside app contact, right? So at first we only have this app left context wrapped here. So later on you can see I have more. We'll put more provider. For example, we'll put a Redux store provider also will be here. So for time being, we only have AppLab provider. So okay, so when the thing completed, so you will see the file like this. So when it's completed, this is a complete file, right? So if we run this, then you will see. Right, so we have the top left. So in this case, we just build the main structure of this project. We can later on add more menu here. So later on we will add some authentication, but for time being, this is very simple, the main structure.